Hey everyone, back with the What Sold video. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you've been enjoying the content. Just want to let you guys know this is a pretty cool video because it's my highest dollar sale on eBay and for an individual one item unit. So I have had a sale where someone bought multiple things from me and the total exceeded that, but for one item this would be the highest. So I hope you guys do enjoy that. And just to let you know, I'm going to be changing up the What Sold videos a little bit. I've been asked to estimate how much I'm going to be paying for shipping because I charge free shipping, so some people have wondered what I end up paying so they can factor that into my profit. So I'll try to mention in future videos what I estimate the shipping for. So if I sell it for $40 free shipping and it's going to cost $7.33 or whatever it is for a padded flat rate, I'll try to mention that so you guys will know kind of what I'm paying, and then you can calculate, I guess, what the profit would be on that. So the first videos coming up for the next couple weeks though won't have that because those have been recorded prior to the questions asked for me to change it. So hopefully you guys will enjoy though. And also I'm curious if you guys want me to be showing you guys content like I have been, where I just kind of pan over the items and talk about them, or if you want me to kind of show myself showing you the item to the camera. So let me know what you're thinking. I know some people have asked to possibly mix it up, but I want to get a general consensus on that. So let me know. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Take care. Hey everyone, back with the sales update for Monday. Pretty slow day, but I did have one thing just sell, so I'll show you guys that later. And I have one that's waiting on a payment, so if that one comes through, I'll kind of round it out and make it all right. We have a Ford manual here, the 1963 Ford Fairlane Supplement. This one sold for like 17 shipped. I think I have 2 or 3 of these, so I'm happy to get rid of one. A T85, this one I think I paid $2 for at a garage sale. It does work. Usually the T83 Plus and the T84 Plus, T89, those are the ones you want. This one still sells. Took a while, but sold for 18 bucks. Here's a Tiger Puolin, a little handheld, little game here, or a little thing. I don't know. It doesn't work. I put the battery in, it won't do anything. It just won't even power up. So this one sold for 10, free shipping, just as is. This is like a Lazarus, a band shirt. I forgot what year it is, but paid a couple bucks at a thrift store. Took a best offer of 20. This one's probably been over 6 months, maybe 9 months before it finally sold. And the last thing to show you here, Tales of Symphonia. This game used to go for a ton, I felt like, on GameCube, but it's all the way just to discs only. Sold for like 16 shipped or something like that, 17 shipped. So I don't have the right case for it, but I'll just put them in this other case I have and we'll ship them out. So that's everything for now. I'll show you guys what sold, the other thing that sold, and if anything else sells, I'll show you that next. Hey everyone, back with the final sales for Monday. Mac Tools shirt. I bought a bunch of Mac Tools stuff from a guy who used to work there at a garage. So actually he had died, but his wife was selling all his stuff. Bought a bunch of his shirts for 50 cents each, and this is like the last one left. It sold for a best offer of 20, and actually it was an offer I sent out to a buyer for 20, and they accepted it. It was listed at 25. And this is pretty much, you guys know that I'm like a purse expert, so bought this Jelly Kelly handbag. Just kidding, I know nothing about purses, but it was $2 at a garage sale, and it's got a couple little marks here on it, but overall it looks like it is still new. Still got the plastic. I saw comps kind of all over the place, and some were just different brands. This one listed for 50 or best offer, and took a best offer of 42, and it did sell last night, so we'll get both these packed up. Hey everyone, back with the sales for Tuesday. Pretty good day. 8 sales to show you here. I have 2 things that are pending payment, one from yesterday, one for today. Hopefully those payments will come through tonight, or if not, maybe tomorrow, so we can add those to the stuff to show you guys. But what we have here, we have some Harley boots. I forgot the model number. You'll see them on the screen. They're in pretty good shape. This is from a new contact that I have. This couple has garage sales. They buy at garage sales. I've seen them there, but they also buy at swap meets and stuff, and they have a garage sale every other week. I've been buying from them now for about 3 sales or so, and I'm trying to build a little rapport. Sometimes they've negotiated with me. This last time, they were pretty firm because it was the first time they had a lot of this stuff. So I bought 2 pairs of boots, these Harley ones, and a pair of Ariat or Ariat boots that are real nice. I paid 40 for both. They wanted 20 a piece. They wouldn't come down. These ones I ended up paying 24. I basically figure I paid about 15 because the other boots that I got were much better. So I kind of associated 25 for that buy and 15 for this buy. So I have 15 into these in my records, and then they sold for 55 shipped full price in about a week or so. So some brand new ones only go for like 65 or 70 for this boot. So me getting 55 for a used pair is pretty cool. Happy about that. Probably cost about 10 or 12 to ship them, and then from there, you know, we'll still make 20 or 25 bucks. So we should be, maybe 20 would probably be more accurate, or something like that, 15 to 20 bucks. So still pretty good and an easy sale, so got rid of those. Some smaller sales. Here is a Polaroid Impulse, the blue one. This came in a big lot from the storage unit guy. It appears fully functional. When you put a film in and everything, it powers up, but I don't have any good film to test with it, so I listed it. It sold for 27 shipped, so pretty good with that. Magic Jack Plus, I just listed this today. I paid $2 for it. It's brand new sealed. Little tear to the seal at the bottom there, but still hasn't been opened, and this sold for 40 shipped within like an hour, so really cool there. Here's a We Play. I have 3 copies of this, all in like really great shape. It sold for 8 shipped. I'm on the high end for the pricing, but I've sold it like this before, so I just wait until someone comes and picks it up. 8 shipped, it'll go in a bubble mailer. Another Yahtzee dice here from the Yahtzee Deluxe, I think it is. I usually part it out. I get 10 a piece for each of these little dice, so it comes with I think 4 or 5, and this one sold for 10. Some TDK D120 cassettes. I bought a bunch of sealed cassettes for $13. I already sold one set for $30, and this set sold for $17. There's only 5 in here, and it still goes first class. I'll wrap it into bubble wrap and then put them in a bubble mailer, and it'll be fine. Here's a Sony DSC W800, a 20.1 megapixel camera, basically brand new. This sold for 80 shipped. Full price, I paid $25 for it at a garage sale. And lastly, this is really cool, a Raptor hatchling with breakaway egg from Jurassic Park. It's brand new in the packaging. Some minor wear to the outer box from storage and stuff. It's made by Kenner from 1994. This was from the storage unit guy. I bought a bunch of brand new sealed toys and different things from him. Spent about 250 bucks. Had a video game, had a little bit of everything, but on the toys in particular, I think I had 150 and everything, and a couple Jurassic Park things, like a sealed Scrabble handheld thing, and a bunch of other little odds and end toys that were opened. This piece alone sold for $135 shipped. It is going global shipping program, I think, to France. So that pretty much paid for everything, and plus the other Jurassic Park stuff is another couple $100, and then all the other toys. I probably think just on the toy section, it's probably about $500. I spent $150, so that was a pretty good deal. That's everything that I have for you now. There might be some more coming up. If not, you'll see what sells on Wednesday. Hey everyone, back with the sales update for Wednesday. Pretty huge day here, dollar amount. Not a huge volume day, but mainly one big huge thing that went out, so we'll get to that last. One of the sales is an Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water, like varsity style jacket. I paid like 10 bucks for this at a Goodwill. Didn't even realize it. Size tag was cut off. I see it up there. This ended up selling for 50 bucks though, full price sale to, it looks like it's going to a casino. At least that's what the address is for, I think. So it might not be, but I ended up going for 50, so I'm pretty happy about that. This is one of those Picasso type shirts. It's like a ladies kind of old school shirt. I don't know much about it. It was 5 bucks at a estate sale. I picked it up, and I knew that these like Picasso-looking ones sold well. This one took a best offer of 45 bucks, so did pretty well there. Here's an Annie's Crochet Quilt and Afghan Club pattern book. I saw this at an estate sale as well. There's a bunch of different kinds. Vanna's makes one as well. Annie has one. What makes them valuable is the more patterns you have, the better off it is. So you can kind of see it has patterns in there. So if you have one that's just chocked full of them, it's going to be worth more money. I paid like $3 to $6, something like that. I don't remember. I don't know if it was 6 half off or it was 3 or what. It was 4 or 5, somewhere in there at an estate sale, and this took a best offer of 50. I had it listed at like 90. It just finally sold. Like I said, that was the first person to make me a reasonable offer, so I took it. Here's a Franklin little dictionary. This one was in a storage unit buy. I just threw it in the box. I needed a new battery, but it does work. It sold for 19 shipped, so these are always good to look for. Some people price them really low and sell them for like 10 bucks, but you got to look at the higher price ones and just list yours, you know, showing that it works and everything, and usually you can get good money. Here's some books. These Annie's Quilted Mysteries. I bought a bunch of like Christian books for like teens and stuff, and at an estate sale I ended up paying like a little under $1 each for them. I bought like 30 books, I think, for like 25 bucks or something like that, 24 bucks. And a bunch of them were from the same set. There were only 4 from this series, but these 4 books still sold for 22 shipped. So even though I got 4, a little under 4 in them, it still sold for 22. They're going medium mail, so that's a great sale there. I do have a couple other things we're pending payment on. 2 things from yesterday. One from yesterday, one from the weekend, and then I just have another one that sold today that hopefully we'll see those here pretty soon. But the big boy, this is the TR7 Drake transceiver and the PS7 power supply. Sold these together. I ended up spending $325, I believe, on this is a ham radio setup, a bunch of ham radio stuff, some other high-end kind of electronics, some computer software, and a bunch of stuff. I already sold about almost $700 worth, most of it, or maybe $800 of that first batch, and I only spent $300, so it was good. But this was kind of the big one. Oh, there were some calculators in there too, some higher-end HP calculators, but this was kind of the big boy I was waiting on. I had it listed at $1,200, and no real bites, a couple at like $500. I lowered it down to $1,000, and then I had a couple bites at $600. I declined them. It is sold as is. It powers up and everything, but I don't really know any of the functions to test it more than that. But it looks like it's in pretty clean shape overall. This thing weighs a ton. The bottom unit especially weighs a bunch, but I had it listed at $1,000, and I had just sent about 2 weeks ago a $600 offer out to all my watchers just to say, hey, if someone wants it, I'll get rid of it for $600. Just taking up space, and I've already made pretty good money. Today, someone came through with an offer of $800. They had like 20-something feedback. They've been buying for a couple years now, it looks like. Based on some of the feedback they have, it looks like they're buying this type of stuff based on the other sellers' names. And I took it. I looked to see if they had left any feedback for others that was negative. They hadn't. Everything seemed okay, so I went ahead and did it. It's going to Florida though, so shipping is going to be a beast. We'll actually part it out in 2 separate boxes, just because of the weight of this bottom one. If I put it in the same box, the box is going to be real lopsided with weight because this top piece weighs nothing compared to the bottom. So I'll split them up in separate boxes, pack them nicely, bubble wrap them, foam inside there, put them in a nice solid box, and then we will probably FedEx both of them to Florida. It's still going to probably cost $100, $80 or something to ship them out there because of how much they weigh. That's my son in the background making noise. But we're still going to make good money. Hopefully everything goes through smoothly though, and we get good feedback on it. So if everything goes well, that'll be a good $800 sale. And I'll show you guys anything else that sells, and if not, we'll see what sells on Thursday. Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. Back with the sales update for Thursday. A couple other things I still got to get that just sold in storage, and then one thing I can't find, which I think I know where it is now, but I thought it was here, but it's actually at storage. So we'll grab that stuff. Hopefully you'll see in the next clip. But what did sell, we had this, what is this, a Mass Steps Computational Skills Kit. I bought 3 different little skills kits. They were all brand new inside, like everything's basically, well I shouldn't say all, but most of them were like basically sealed. There were 2 of the same math ones, levels 5 to 7. Both have sold now. One sold for I think $50. This one sold for $45 on a best offer. Had them listed around $60. The other one was an Earth Science one. It sold shortly after the first one of these sold, and it sold for like $40. So I had paid $15 I think for that and a bunch of other educational stuff. So it was a good deal. They were very long tail though. This is a little Jeep. It's actually like a little boom box kind of. Whoops. I've sold one of these before. I sold a yellow one, a little bit different. This one sure looks a little bit sleeker. But if you look closely, there's a broken knob up there. The play and pause button missing. It does, some of the functions work, but not all of them, because you can't adjust to different modes on the radio or whatever. So because the button's broken. I sold it for $42.75. It'll probably cost like $15 to $20 to ship it. We're not going to make a whole lot. It was part of the storage unit guy buy. I threw it in there, and if it worked, it probably would have gone for like $90. I didn't look it over too well. I didn't realize the buttons were missing or broken off. So we might make $10 on it, maybe 15 if we're lucky and we can ship it cheap. I think it's going fairly close, so we might luck out. But there's that. Here's a little Nala plush, I believe, from The Lion King. I bought a bunch of old toys and stuff from a lady that I know who was moving. She was going to throw a lot of it away or donate it, but I said I'd take a look. I made a big pile and I gave her $100. She was cool with that, and this was one of them. This sold for like 12 or 13 shipped. Just a little 90s plush. Here's a Polo Ralph Lauren, or Ralph Lauren, whatever you want to pronounce it, the Paralympic team. Polo, this sold for 30 shipped. I think this was a $6 buy at Savers or something like that. I've had it for a little while, finally sold. This was a good buy. Just bought these recently. My brother-in-law actually was with me. Actually, all our whole family was at Savers that day. Went to play mini golf and had some fun, and stopped at a Savers too. They had to donate some stuff, and then I got the coupon, and I bought two pairs of these Brooks Addiction Walker shoes. One's a size 9, this pair. The other one's a 9.5, but it's like a double E, so it's like extra wide or whatever. They were like $15.99, but I had 20% off coupon, but then you pay tax. I think it was still around $15 when it's all said and done. But these ended up selling on the best offer of $60. They're pretty darn clean. For a pair of shoes, are kind of an off-white, but they have the white trim there. I didn't have to do anything to these. Same with the other pair, so paid up a little bit, but got 60 shipped. It'll cost like 10 to ship them. We still should be able to make maybe another $25 or so after fees and everything, so I'm happy with that. And then hopefully the other one will sell for around the same price. I had them listed at 70 ship, and they sold within like 5 days, so really awesome there. And then I'll show you guys what else sold. Hey everyone, final sale from Thursday. 3 sales actually. The little Tyco couplers there, they came with the big train lot I had bought from a storage unit guy. Paid $100 roughly for the train stuff and some other stuff. Maybe it was $150, something like that. That alone sold for $12. I had a bunch of those little pieces in little packaging, so I should get anywhere from $8 to $15 for those. But that one pack sold for $12. Here's a Toyota manual. This is from the $500 manual lot. This Toyota 1980 pickup repair manual sold for $70 shipped. And lastly, the Who t-shirt, I think it's from the 2000s, not too old. Still sold for $35 shipped, full price. Hey everyone, we're back with the weekend sales right now. I don't know, there's 24, 23, something like that, 20 something of them. They should all be here. We still have a couple hours left, so it's possible some more could come through. A good mix of stuff, a few clothing items, a lot of hard goods, which you guys have been hearing if you've been watching my channel. I'm definitely moving more towards hard goods, less sourcing on the clothing. I'm still picking up certain things, like I found a nice Hawaiian Harley shirt this weekend. That was a great buy. I'll still buy jerseys and certain things, but trying to cut back and sell off as much of the clothing as I can. So let's jump right in though. We'll start off with the freaky guy over here. If you guys have been following me for a little while, you saw a video where I bought some creepy Halloween stuff. This baby wolf was one of them. I sold the creepy zombie baby already for $85. I paid $30 for 2 pieces. The zombie baby sold for $85. This one sold for $70 on a best offer. He has wear, but he's going to look cool for someone's Halloween decoration, so happy to get rid of him. My son will be too. My older son, he thinks they're creepy and doesn't like them, so he'll be happy that they're gone. 2 Ninja Turtles here. These are the big ones. I paid, I think, $6 each at a swap meet for these. They were dirty. I just thought they were cool. I finally sold them for $45. I've had them for a long time. $45 is still pretty good for the pair. It's Michelangelo and Raphael, I believe. The only thing is that if you have the whole set, you can do a little bit better. But 12 into 45 is not amazing, but definitely we'll still make some money there, so that's cool. A bunch of PS2 controllers. I have a ton of video game stuff in my garage. So I've been trying to go through it and process a lot of this stuff, and it's coming along slowly for sure. I had a bunch of PS2 controllers and systems, so I started testing them all, made a big pile of broken stuff that worked. These 2 sets of PS2 controllers, both were working. Both controllers, I sold each pair for $22. The same person actually bought them both, so that was, what, $44 shipped for these 4 controllers, so a pretty good deal there. Valkyrie Profile PSP game, I think, sold for like $22, $23, $24. It is the game's in there, but it has a replacement case. You can see it's all clear because the original one was broken, but that still sold for 20-something bucks. I get the cases on eBay. They cost like, I don't know, $5 for 5 of them, something like that. Here's a Zune. This is kind of like the Microsoft's MP3 player. It's called a Zune. They usually don't have all this markings on here. This is the Halo 3, the Bungie Halo 3 one. Bungie and Halo is a game on the Microsoft Xbox when it first came out. Bought it for $5 at a garage sale. Bought a cord for it for like $1 online. Tested it out, it doesn't work. Won't hold a charge, won't do anything. Sold it for parts for $55. Usually a good one that works, you can get towards $100 and something for it. So I'm happy it's a good buy there. This is a PS3 Move controller. Also works for the PS4. It does work, just needs to be cleaned up a little bit more before I pack it up. But this sold for $21 shipped just for that one controller. If I get 2, I usually can get almost $50 for them if I sell them together. That's what I usually would sell them for. So definitely worth looking out for those. We'll go over here to this clothing item. It's upside down, but we'll move it around here. This is a Pendleton. It's like a corduroy blazer jacket type thing. I bought this for $3 at a garage sale. It came with another 2XL one. It has a little mark down in the bottom of it, but it's still sold for $35 shipped on the best offer. So happy about that. He messaged me and said he's interested in the other one as well. I asked him what he was wanting to pay for because he said he wanted to get a good deal on it, and he never messaged me back. So we're going to wait on packing this one a little bit to see if he comes through, but if not, we still made good money there. This is a Cuisinart. This is a food processor blade. There's my forehead right there. DLC 837 medium. This works on a DLC 8, DLC 10. That went for $10. It'll ship first class, not a whole lot. When I buy the food processors, I part out the bowl, the pusher, the lid, different things, and I usually part out the blades. These blades usually don't sell as well because a lot of people have them. There's a lot of different ones. Usually the bowls and the pushers and the lids are the ones that sell pretty well. Here's some white Wii controllers. No nunchucks. The ones you want to look for the Wii controllers are the ones that say Wii Motion Plus inside. Sorry, there's not really focusing, but that little writing at the bottom. They have all different colors: black, red, blue. I think there's a pink one. If you see these with the Wii Motion Plus or the white ones, these are the ones you want to... I mean, the other ones still sell, but these ones sell the best. I got 38 shipped for these two. They did test it and work. When you get controllers with video games, just a little tip here, make sure you test them. Unfortunately, like games, you can usually look at the disc, see how scratched it is, and most times you can tell if it's going to work or not. Even systems, you know, you test them. A lot of times they'll work. There's certain ones like the white 360s, fat PS2s. Some of them are not so great, but the controllers, they can look perfect and not work at all. So you want to look at them. These ones take AA batteries. You want to look for corrosion, take them apart, put them in there, and if you have a Wii, test them out. So it's always good to have at least one system, as many, like one of each system to test games and controllers if you have them. That way, you know, you don't sell anything that's not working. These are Jaminator cartridges. They go to like a WoW Worlds of Wonder guitar or whatever. I sold a couple of these to one person a while back, and I got like $42 for 2 of them. These 3 sold for like $45 shipped just for 3 of them, so 15 each. Happy about that. They were thrown in a big lot that I bought from the storage unit guy. I didn't even know they were in there, so that was a cool deal. These are the Wii Motion Plus, like little adapters that go into the bottom of a Wii. This one wouldn't need it because it has the Wii Motion Plus inside, but these sold for like 13 shipped or 14 shipped. They do work. Usually just get them with Wii's, and I just sell these separately, so pretty cool. Some other clothing, a starter Pro Line brand new with tag Vikings polo. Football season is upon us. This was at $25. I've had it for a long time. Sent an offer out of 20. The one person that was watching it did accept the offer for 20 and bought it. So I'm super stoked to get rid of that. Hope they enjoy it. This is a CCM Buffalo Sabres, I believe it is, hockey jersey. Size 2XL, good size. This was in another storage unit guy buy that I had. They had a bunch of stuff from Buffalo, the Bills stuff, and the Sabres and a couple other things. So that sold $55 shipped, full price. Here's a Volmer HO scale little shanty. Looks like it's all in here. This sold for 20. I think it's from like the 60s or something like that, maybe 70s. But look out for like old train stuff. You want to hopefully it is, you know, unused, because it can sell really well, and certain ones do awesome. I paid $4 for a bunch of train stuff, $4 or $5. I sold a bunch of stuff that was put together for like an oil refinery. That sold for $50. For whatever reason, it was pretty rare. This sold for $20. And then I have some flowers and trees and stuff I'm going to sell as well, so that's pretty cool. Here's a New Bright. This is the one, what is it? 18th scale, 16th scale. You should see on the screen, hopefully. But this is the smaller one of the little remote control cars. You don't really want to buy this one. It doesn't do as well, in my opinion. This one was like 50 cents at a garage, so I took this off, and this sold for 25 shipped. It's taken a while. It's probably it's really light, but after I put it in a box, it still might be over a pound. Maybe not, but either way, you want to I usually put some paper inside here, just to kind of fill it up and make it like one solid thing, and then I wrap it in bubble wrap and put it in a box, and it's good to go. You want the big ones though, the big ones that are like, you know, 1/10 scale, I think they are. Those are the ones you want for new bright ones. Usually the Gravedigger one sells. There's like usually Hummers sell pretty well, Jeeps sell pretty well. But look out for those. You can make money, and they're usually pretty easy to uninstall from the RC truck or whatever it is. These are Dr. Whitaker's like little daily regimens here. I bought these They were not $5 each. They were $1 each, I think is what it was. She had them at $5, or maybe it was $2, I don't know, $2. She had lowered the price on there at an estate sale. I picked them all up, and these one person bought 3 of them. They paid $39 each. So 39, whatever it is, 119 or something like that. Whatever it is, you'll see on the screen. I got 2 left, so I'm hoping they sell. These ones expire in February of 2020. So I really need the other ones to sell pretty soon before they expire. So I might even, if December rolls around and no one's bought them, we'll drop the price real low just to move them out. So, but really good deal there. Here is some Legos. This is 10 pounds of Legos, no minifigs, no real accessories or anything, just pieces. I left part of a little Mars mission ship in here, just all kinds of random stuff. I don't really take the time to build the sets unless I know it's just one set and there's no mixed pieces in there. I just put them in a lot. I sort through them to make sure there's no Mega Blocks, no crayons and weird, pennies and different things. These should all be Legos. There might be a few stragglers that got in there, but and I usually ship it at about 11 pounds once it's in the box it's in. That way I'm giving them a little bit extra, so that way if there is any junk in there, they kind of get a little bonus. It's in a large flat rate box right now. I usually don't ship it in this because for whatever reason, by the time I price it out, usually I can find a cheaper option. But it is possible that it could end up in this, but I just usually use this one for storage. So that sold for $55 shipped. I'm getting like, what, $5 a pound, a little bit more than that. And it's not really awesome, it's not a ton of money, but I just do that and then I pull all the minifigs out. I have a huge bucket of them, and one day I'll go through them and sell them and make the rest of the money. We'll see. A couple other things. We got this Lord of the Rings box set here. This was $2 at my library sale. They have it every Saturday. They have books for sale. This was $2 and it sold for $15 shipped. This set always sells for me anywhere from like 10 to 15. Not worth a ton, but if you can find it and it's in good shape, it will sell. These are a bunch of like wrapped hip-hop CDs, not in cases or anything. Some of them have the artwork and stuff that go with the CD. I paid $20 for a bunch of CDs and some big CD carrying case and everything. I sold the CD carrying cases, one for $20, 2 sold for like $35 or something like that. So it was a really good deal. I made all my money back on that, and then these sold for $65. I should have went through and looked through some of the discs to see if there were any ones that were valuable. They're all in good shape, but I should have checked to see if there were any rare ones. This lot sold for $65 on a best offer. I just wanted it out of here, so happy to get rid of that. These are a bunch of Altoids. I kind of teased you guys in the video. Will Altoid tins sell? Last week or earlier this week, I sold ones that had like the pinup girl on them, 6 of them. They're all empty. They sold for $30, and then today these sold for like 60 shipped. These are all the regular ones, mostly cinnamon ones. And then I have a couple left that are heart shaped that I want to see if they sell. People buy these that do crafts, they're fishermen, don't want to store different things, and I guess maybe for projects, who knows. But 60 shipped. It is a little heavy, but it'll probably end up going pirate ship based on the weight and size, so that's pretty cool. And the best sale, this is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual Disc. One of my favorite things to find. $3 at an estate sale of all places. It does work. It lights up or whatever. The points do change. This one, it's got some sticker wear there, but overall, pretty good shape for one of these. People use them for cosplay. People who are Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans. The card game will have these. It's supposed to go on your arm and you can kind of play like they do in the show. Put your cards in here and your deck here and stuff like that. $3 though. This sold for $130 shipped in 2 days. It is a bulkier kind of item. It's not really a great shape, so you have to have a nice box that'll fit that. But it's definitely worth, if you see this, pick one up. And they have one that's more like rounded. It's not as like hard corners here. It's a newer one. I think it's from like 2003 or 4 or something like that. That one also sells, but this is the one I keep finding. So super stoked. $3 into $130. Happy about that. Hope you guys enjoy. If anything else, I'll let you know. And if not, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Hey everyone, final sale from the weekend. This is the RTI. It's like a universal remote here. Don't mind all this stuff. I'm working on some electronics, going through some stuff that I had bought. But this sold for $23.99 as is. I don't have the docking station for it. I think it goes for like $50 or 40-something bucks if you have the station and it all works. I don't have one, so I sold it as is. This came out of a big estate sale buy I had for like 70 or 80 bucks, and I've already made a couple $100 off it, and this sold for 24 shipped.